So did you guys see this slide when I was explaining, or I should explain it again? Hello, hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So am I audible and my slides are visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to. Okay, so now I move forward. So I basically what I was talking about in this slide is in this slide is about the S3K4 trimethylation. So S3K4 trimethylation is a activation mark. So if this histone signature is present at particular promoter or enhancer, that means this gene is active. If it is not present, the gene is not active. Okay. So this S3K4 trimethylation is mediated through a complex that is called as compass complex of protein associated with the SAT1 is the full form, and these are basically six different complexes, that is SETD1A, SETD1B, MLL1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the complexes that mediates the S3K4 monomethylation, dimethylation, and trimethylation. So S3K4 monomethylation is present at enhancer. S3K4 trimethylation is dimethylation is present at the promoter region. So basically, if you see S3K4 monomethylation is present at somewhere in the genome, that means this region of the DNA can function as a enhancer of the gene. Okay, and basically the constitution of a complex determines whether S3K4 monomethyl has to be deposited on histone tail, or S3K4 dimethyl has to be deposited, or S3K4 trimethyl has been deposited. It's all depend on the composition of the protein complex. So in this slide, I just wanted to highlight here is the if you want to identify, if you want to distinguish the promoter region from the enhancer region, then you can measure this sequence, this kind of the histone marks. That is, on promoter S3K4 trimethylation will be present, and in the enhancer region S3K4 monomethyl will be present. And you know that the enhancer and promoter can communicate through long distance interaction and through several other way, other way like the DNA looping or through enhancer RNA, etc. So basically, this is the way it communicated. So if I ask a question whether if a DNA, if you have a DNA segment that contains the S3K4 monomethyl, so what could be the potential region of a gene would be, like the promoter and enhancer? Then in case you will answer, okay, this S3K4 monomethyl is a marker for active enhancer. So active enhancer. So there are writers. So So we talk about the different types of the MLL complex that can mediate the S3K4 trimethylation. Now we talk about the, so if a histone has the S3K4 trimethylation mark, okay, how it is going to promote the transcription? Why we called it as a activation mark? Mm, mm. So the answer of this question is is this mark S3K4 histone trimethyl mark can be directly directly read by the a protein that is called as TAF3. TAF3 is a subunit of the TF2D complex, which is the part of the RNA polymerase. So TF2D, you know that TF2D is a subunit of the RNA polymerase, and one of this co-subunit that is called as TAF3 has a PhD domain, and this PhD domain is interacts with the S3K4 trimethylation. That means the S3K4 trimethylation. So the mechanism of activation is through direct interaction of the RNA polymerase, direct interaction of the RNA polymerase to the S3K4 trimethyl mark. Okay. Another mechanism could be its interaction with the and PhD and bromodomain containing chromatin remodeling complex. So we are going to discuss the chromatin remodeling in detail in the maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. What is the chromatin remodeling? So they are basically they basically recognize the S3K4 trimethylation and help in loosening of the DNA. So again, I said that the S3K4 trimethyl is mediated through the MLL complex. So and these genes will be active. So if you want to make it inactive, you have to have a eraser also. And KDM5C is functions as a eraser of the S3K4 trimethylation mark. So this is all about the different kind of the S3K4 methyltransferase and the reader of this histone signature and the eraser of this histone signature. Um, here we discuss about the crosstalk between the different kind of the marks. For example, if you have like I said that if we know that if how what decides that the if what is the deciding factor that if a gene is active then it cannot be replaced, and the reason and the answer is lies in this slide here is so it this so the SET9 is mediates the S3K4 trimethylation. Okay, and if this S3K4 trimethyl is this K4 residue is methylated, the same residue cannot be methylated by the SUB39H1, that is a mark for the heterochromatin induction. That basically S3K9 trimethylation mark induces the heterochromatin formation. So this is the mechanism how the if the gene is active and S3K4 mark is present on the gene, that means this is not recognized by this is not recognized by the SUB39H1, and S3K9 trimethyl cannot be mediated. So another class of the protein, another important methylation mark is S3K27 trimethylation mark, and S2A K119 ubiquitination mark. These are very important complex, and in fact inhibitor for the PRC2 complex has recently been approved by the FDA for treatment of the different types of the leukemia or some other kind of the cancer. Okay, so polycomb group of the proteins, like I said, in S3K4 trimethyltransferases are always transcriptional activator. Histone acetylation are always transcription activator. Similarly, PCJ mediated S3K27 trimethylation is a repressor mark. So if this mark is present, the gene is not active. The gene is repressed. Okay, and this is mediated by, again, the complex of the protein. They are called as polycomb repressive complexes, PRC, that has been identified in two different complex, that is called as PRC1 and PRC2. PRC1 is basically mediates the S2A K119 ubiquitination 1. This is the PRC complex. Why it is shown here like this? There is a core complex that contains the ring 1A, B, and BMI1. This is basically responsible for the S2A K119 ubiquitination 1 modification, but rest of the proteins can participate with this complex, and it all depend on the specificity of the tissue. So basically, this different subunit determine the specificity of the PRC1 activity in a tissue specific manner. Similarly, PRC2 complex has a core complex, that is EJH1, EJH2. This is just a domain. So this is the one that put forward, or that add the S3K27 trimethylation mark. Okay, and other subunits are just decorated for the different. So they are decorative and they have a different functions. Okay, so PRC2 complex itself exists in the several different complexes, and they work in a tissue specific manner. Okay, so basically, like I said, the any mark that open the chromatin is an activation mark. Any mark that close the chromatin is a repression mark. So the S3K27 mark, S3K27 trimethyl mark, and the S2A K119 is ubiquitination mark or repressive mark. So they induce compaction in the chromatin, thereby repress the gene expression program. So you can see here is the ring 1A protein, ring 1A, ring 1B. They mediate the S2AKB, S2AKB119 ubiquitination, and this complex, the PRC2 core complex, mediate the S3K27 trimethylation. One more thing I want to highlight here is there are conditions, there are situations in which both S3K27, that is a repressive mark, and S3K4 trimethylation, that is active mark, both can be present on the same promoter at the same time together. And this kind of the situation is called as bivalent promoters. And this bivalent situation is specifically identified in embryonic stem cell, because embryonic stem cell can take several different lineages. Okay, and this is the one of the mechanism through which a particular gene can be repressed, and a particular gene can be activated. For example, here you say, here on the left side in US cell, there are two marks here. I think it's 3 marks there. The yellow color is the S3K4 trimethylation mark. The orange color is the S3K4 trimethylation mark. Orange color is S3K27 trimethylation mark. Yellow color is S3K4 trimethylation mark, and red color is the S3K9 trimethylation mark. And this situation is because the both kind of the marks are present here. That means there are sporadic transcription. That means there are very low level of the transcription of these genes happening in these genes. Okay, so you know that the to maintain the identity of the embryonic stem cells, we need to have some genes. Some genes has to be expressed. So those genes will be certainly marked by the S3K4 trimethylation, not by the repressive marks. But most of the genes that is responsible for the lineage progression, for the determination of the lineage progression, can have the bivalent mark. For example, if a cell has to go to the lineage 1, that is shown on the top of the lineage A, for example, for suppose lineage, it has to go to the lineage A. It has, say for example, it has to form the muscle cell in this. So muscle specific gene expression program has to be activated. In this case, what will happen? The S3 K27 trimethylation, that is a repressive mark, will be removed, and the S3K4 trimethylation mark will be retained. So in this case, your gene will be active, your cell type specific gene expression program will be active, and your lineage A could be determined. In second case, if the cell is going to the muscle cell, so for example, a blood specific gene or a blood lineage specific gene has to be silent. In these cases, the several repressive mechanisms. So S3K4 dimethyl S3K4, that is active mark, will be removed in this case, and the repressive mark will be put forward to silent this. So this is the way. So bivalent gene, bivalent mostly the those genes have the bivalent histone mark that contains that need to be expressed in a lineage specific manner. So like S3K4, so we like I said in the earlier slide, the loss of the S3K27 dimethylase. So how the S3K27 trimethyl will be removed? So this is removed through the different demethylases, and those are called as UTX, UTY, and JMJD3. Basically, they are JMJC containing domain, and they remove the S3K27 and dimethyl, and basically these are the UTX and JMJD3. These are histone S3K27 histone demethylase are the part of the MLL complex. So this is the part of the S3K4 trimethyl transferase complex. For example, you can see here is this is MLL complex that mediate the S3K4 trimethylation, and UTX that remove the S3K27 trimethylation. So this is the way it has been removed. So the third one that we are going to discuss here is the S3K36 trimethylase. So this is another again activation mark, and there are several enzymes that mediate this mark. That is NSD1, NSD2, as well as S1L, SETD3, SETMA, SMIT2, etc. Okay, so these enzymes can make the monomethyl on S3K36, and similarly KDM2A and 2B can remove this methylation mark. Again, this monomethyl can be converted into dimethyl through these enzymes, and it is reversed by KDM2A and KDM2B. And in the last, dimethyl can be converted into trimethyl also, and it is through the different methyl transferases, and it can be reversed through the different demethylases. So recent genome-wide studies had identified that the S3K27 mark has differential distribution. For example, this is a, if you see here in the arrow, this is a transcription start site for a gene, and on transcription start size, you see high level of the S3K36 dimethyl that goes down on the gene body. Okay. Similarly, but if you see the S3K36 trimethyl, they increase on the gene body, but it is lower. It is present at lower level in the lower level on the transcription start site, but it increases on the gene body. So that means distribution of the S3K36 dimethyl and S3K36 trimethyl are different at promoter and gene body. So I said that the earlier, like S3K27 trimethyl or S3K4 trimethyl are present at the either at the promoter or the enhancer, but S3K36 present at the mainly at present at uh, mainly on the gene body. So it must be doing something at the gene body, and what it does is basically it promotes the transcription elongation of any gene where it works. For example, so it directly interacts with the, again it directly interacts with the RNA polymerase that help in activating the transcription. Okay. So like in other cases, it has also eraser and reader. These enzymes are less characterized compared to the GMJD3 or UTX. So S3K36 demethylase has GMJC catalytic domain, and basically, uh, and these are specifically removes the, so these are the KDM 4A, 4B, and 4D can specifically remove the S3K36 trimethylase. Okay, but these also work on the S3K9 dimethyl and trimethylase. So until now, the demethylase, the eraser for the S3K36 is less characterized compared to the other histone marks. Okay, so similar to the other histone mark that we talk about, we have also people have also identified the readers for the S3K36 methylation mark, and they are JMY and D11, PHF1, PHF19, and MRG14, MRG15. They have the different kind of the domains, like the Tudor domain, Chroma domain. They interact with the S3K36 and modulates the expression of a gene in a different way. So I will stop here, and tomorrow we will discuss the chromatin remodeling and chromatin remodeling as well as the PRMTs. Okay, and hello, hello,
Hello.
hello, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
I will stop here. Okay. So tomorrow we will discuss the chromatin remodeling and the PRMTs. Okay. And then in next two class, one class will be cancer epigenetics, another class will be role of the different types of the chromatin marks or histone marks in human development. Okay.